entire room went silent after he said this. From Liberal Hivemind, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hivemind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Oh boy, it really feels like we are watching the end
Oh, seems pretty fun.
the mainstream media. You know, you could really tell that we're in a true transition period, kind of in with the new and out with the old. You could just feel it happen, and also we could see it's happening as the landscape is now totally changing, and obviously the mainstream media is in full panic. You know, for decades they've enjoyed total narrative control, they've gate-kept access to the press room, they've attempted to maintain the standard that only they can conduct legitimate journalism, but now things are changing, and things are changing quick with the rise of independent media, and frankly the slow death of legacy media.
Now, here is where it has my question here. It truly is? We are really changing things? I mean, I don't know, I still have a lot of doubts about this. I think it's taking a lot, actually quite a long time, to just see a few sparks of hope. I'm not quite sure of that. I'm not quite sure of that. But yeah, sometimes here and there we see some refreshing things happening. I hope it continues growing like that. But yeah, let's hope for the best, right? Let's do our part and hope for the best.
Prestige, the walls are finally crumbling, and it's moments like these that really put it into perspective. Oh, how the world of information and journalism has changed, going from only Fox News, Politico, the New York Times, and outlets like that getting access to the press room, to now Tim Pool wearing a beanie and a hoodie, being right there alongside them. The game has completely changed, folks, and you could tell that they are terrified, because they no longer control a monopoly on information. I mean, how can you control the state of information when you have Tim Pool and other people sitting right there next to you, willing to cut through the garbage? It's a new day, and I really think it's a good thing. Let me show you guys this incredible moment here at the White House press room. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks. So
well, I don't know. You can do like they are doing in my country and arresting people for saying the truth. Yeah, that actually works.
actually, before we get into the Tim Pool clip, I want to start off by replaying this clip that we played the other day. Here's the New York Times whining about how the Trump administration has completely changed the press room dynamic.
This is what the White House press briefing room looked like last year, and this is what it looks like now. The difference is all these people standing off to the side. The current White House press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, takes about 15 to 20 questions from journalists around the room. Most of these questions come from journalists in assigned seats. And these are legacy media organizations like CNN, Reuters, the New York Times, and CBS News. But on average, she takes about a quarter of her questions every briefing from people standing on the sidelines.
This is so ridiculous. This is so fucking ridiculous and disgusting. This gives me nausea. This gives me yick.
Trump administration calls new media. This is a wide-ranging group of people. Some are from newer, nonpartisan media groups, some are from more established right-wing outlets, and some are right-wing YouTubers. A lot of them frame their questions
oh, even me know a bunch of names
in favorable terms toward the administration or echo right-wing talking points.
Will you guys also consider releasing the president's fitness plan? He actually looks healthier than ever before.
I want to talk more about the success that ICE is having.
You mentioned not one Democrat senator voted to protect women's sports.
It's easy to look at this and say, why does it matter who's sitting where in this room? But this is an opportunity for journalists to question the administration directly on the news events of the day and certain actions and policies. The Trump administration has cited a more fractured media environment as the reason for making all these changes in the press briefing room. But reporters who cover the White House say that all of this has undercut the value of the press briefing room as a space to get real answers to hard-hitting questions and hold the Trump administration accountable.
Yeah, you could just sense the panic in that video. She attempts to make this argument as if she's upset or concerned because journalists aren't asking the tough questions. The White House brought in a bunch of right-wing sycophants that aren't doing the job right. That's what she's attempting to say, but you could read right through it. What she's really saying, what she's really afraid of is that the new media voices that are now allowed in the room are showing up and asking the right questions, the ones that cut through their narrative BS and put the administration in a position to cut through the bogus narratives and actually present the truth. And I really wanted to play that clip.
Oh, I love it. I love this so much already. This is so fun to look at. This is so nice. Yes, for more of this, please. More of this and more evil judges on
Because
jail.
essentially what
please.
they're scared of, what they're attempting to gatekeep and force out of the White House press briefing room, is Tim Pool. Take a look at this.
Tim, why don't you kick us off today?
Yes, many of the news organizations that are represented in this room have marched in lockstep on false narratives, such as the Very Fine People hoax, the Covington smear, and now what's being called
that
the
team
Maryland
there?
Man hoax,
Is that team?
where an
I
MS-13
can't
gang
see
member
clearly.
adjudicated by 2 different judges, I believe, is just simply being referred to as a Maryland Man over and over again. Now, in an effort from the White House to expand access to new companies, you've created this new media seat. So I'm wondering if you can comment on, following this expansion, you've had numerous outlets disparage the companies that you've had sit here, as well as the reporters. I'm wondering if you could comment on that unprofessional behavior, as well as elaborate if there's any plans to expand access to new companies.
Sure. Well, we certainly welcome diverse viewpoints in this room, which is one of the reasons we have you in here, and there's many new faces in this room in comparison to the previous administrations. We want to welcome all viewpoints into this room. We welcome unbiased journalists who really care about the truth and the facts and the accuracy, and you rightfully pointed out the Maryland Man story, which I, from this podium, when The Atlantic published it, on that very first day, I came to this podium and said, this is wrong. The press in this room have this story wrong, and we have seen more and more evidence come to the table that we have had all along. We were always right. The president was always on the right side of this issue to deport this illegal criminal from our community. And it is despicable to see the media continue to refer to this individual as someone who is just a peaceful man living his life in Maryland. This was and always has been an illegal criminal, an MS-13 gang member, and a designated foreign terrorist. And the administration maintains our position to deport these individuals from our community. So thank you for being here, Tim.
Oh boy. Tim Pool comes out swinging.
Yeah, it's tea. It's really tea there. Yeah, amazing. It's incredible to see him there. I'm sorry. I watched seeing at least I try, but sometimes he speaks too much time. He makes things so big to talk about that. I just can't watch the entire video. But yeah, from time to time I watched him, and yeah, it's awesome to see him there. It's really cool.
His first moment in the White House press room to absolutely excoriate these corporate media shills. And he hit them right to the frickin' core. And that moment right there speaks exactly to the issue. Or
just his presence there, it's like obfuscates everyone, and it looks like it only has him in that room. Oh my god, this is so fun. I'm having so much fun with this. At least this is small victories that we have. I mean, it's very fun to look at.
to the concept that I
lie.
was referring to. The legacy media isn't mad that Trump's press office is now dodging questions. They're mad that they've completely changed the landscape. They're mad that they can no longer be the only ones in the room. They no longer control the gate. In other words, these people aren't worried about bad questions.
I can't wait to see their complaints about it. They cry, "Oh, you shouldn't be here. What are you doing here in my room?" And some stupid shit like that. I can't wait to see this. It's like I was already sure that they will do something stupid like this. If they have not done that already, you guys let me know, please, in the comments. I would love to know that.
They're threatened by good ones. They spent years lying
This
about
is
Donald
fantastic.
Trump. Let's go with the first hoax he mentioned, the Very Fine People hoax. They ran with that garbage for nearly a decade. I mean, from 2016, or maybe I think it happened in 2017 if I'm not mistaken, all the way through 2024. In fact, Joe Biden was still repeating that line without any pushback from the mainstream media all the way to the end of the 2024 election.
This is... Oh my god, this is so good. This is so good. This is so nice. What a good news. What a good news we have here. Imagine this. Imagine like 1 year of team participating on that. It just... Oh my god. I think they will not be able to resist. They will say some stupid shit and we're gonna have fun watching them cry on the internet and something like that. Because they can't stand be around people like him for too long. They just can't. They just can't. I know that. I know they're gonna do something stupid sooner or later. And we're gonna make fun of that. Yeah, it's like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Okay, it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. But I hope that I'm right. I hope that I'm right because I want to have
When
fun
the
with
president
it.
was asked what he thought had happened, Donald Trump
Oh no, the robot.
said, and I quote,
no.
"There are very fine people on both sides. My God." That's what he said. That is what he said and what he meant.
Smear after smear after smear. You know, that's their legacy. And now they want to act all superior, all mighty, and outraged because people like Tim Pool are participating in journalism? Just subconsciously, that Elon Musk clip immediately came to mind.
Go yourself.
Give me a break, you mainstream media shills don't have a monopoly on good questions or good information. In fact, I'd argue it's quite the opposite. You people are prisoners of your own echo chamber, of your own corrupt ideological vacuum.
Exactly. Just stop. It's easy. Just stop saying bullshit. Do the right thing, and you're gonna have people follow you. But your side just cannot do that. It's just not part of what means to be on your side. It's just like that. You always need to be shaping this reality of yours that needs to be so fluffy and so perfect and all in the I just can't stand this.
And actually, let's continue to feed off some of the content Tim Pool's been providing, because I think this clip that's really going viral all over social media really hits to the issue as well. Here's proof of exactly what I mean being an intellectual prisoner of the mainstream echo chamber. On one of Tim Pool's recent podcasts, he had a guest named Tara Palmieri, and I know some people might be saying, well, she's not a mainstream journalist. She's an independent investigative journalist. She posts on Substack, which sure, she does today, because she likely saw the writing on the wall and also understands that the independent route, if you're successful, can be much more lucrative than working as a pawn for one of these major corporations. But this notion that Tara Palmieri is an independent source is complete nonsense. Just take a look at her LinkedIn. She spent nearly a decade bouncing through all the typical names, the usual suspects from CNN to Politico, and so I'd argue she is the perfect example of the mainstream media ideological vacuum, and this clip says it all.
It's not about you guys. It's not about you, and it's not about you being in there. It's about the idea, I think, that the administration gets to pick the pool. And when you hand over the keys to the administration, that's the problem.
But so the issue we have is, let's start with the very fine people hoax. Are you familiar with that?
What do you mean?
Every major news outlet reported that Trump called neo-Nazis very fine people, which he did not.
He said there were good people on both sides.
He said, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis or the white nationalists because they should be...
There is not, okay? There is not. Just don't, because... Why do I need to explain this? I think we've seen enough already to see that. You can't convey with this side. I mean, sometimes I cannot even stand some of the right-wing stuff, too. I can't. But at least I can agree with a lot of stuff from them. But from the left side? The Democrats? No, just don't, okay? I just can't. And everything there is a big BS, a giant
Condemned
BS,
totally.
okay?
Is that the full quote?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
There is nothing to agree with their side. There is nothing to discuss with. Believe me, I tried. I tried a lot. I lost so much time trying to talk with these people. There is nothing you can do about it. You can't be friends with them. You can't be nothing with them. You're enemies, okay? You're enemies. They will never get convinced because they are sick in their minds. They will never be convinced you. It's like a I don't know. Think of one of these six that it's inevitable that you can get rid of. They are permanent. They have a mild illness like that. They will never recover from it. Okay. They will never recover from it.
You didn't know that.
She still, to this frickin' day, doesn't know about the very fine people hoax. She doesn't know the full context behind that quote. That is completely insane, but it's kind of par for the course. It's not a one-off. These are the so-called journalists that want to gatekeep the truth, that believe only they can conduct good journalism.
Aren't all they like that? Aren't all of them just like that? Just like her? What makes her different? Because now she works for herself? I mean, quote-unquote for herself because, I don't know. I don't believe that that she actually has someone backing her financially. That is like just an individual, like it happens in the right wing. But yeah, no proofs, not everything. I'm just speculating here. It's just my opinion, okay?
Yet they don't even know the basics. They're not reporters. They're activists with a title, with a press pass. And now
who knows? Who knows who might be supporting her, right? And her ideas. Because these people are always supported by some big guy, some big corpo, or by the government or some shit like that. It's not by people. It's never by people. We know the side that are supported
now
exclusively
clearly they're
by
panicking
people.
because they can't stomach the fact that independent media is now on their level, or let's be completely real, above it. Little guys.
Of course. When I say that, of course there are these aren't other rules, but if you look to one side, there's more people and less corpo, and what other side? I'll not say which side it is, but one side that has more people and less corpo, and the other side is more corpo and less people. It's easy to see which one is which one.
Guys like me are doing better work and getting more views than these billion-dollar corporations. That's just the new name of the game. And clearly they're panicking. So folks, I guess this is what happens when real independent, honest journalism finally gets a seat at the table. Times are changing, independent voices are rising, and the media's cartel monopoly on information.
I hope they are, but I don't have so much faith on it. I wish I had more faith, but I don't. But I hope they are. I would love to not depend on my meteor, my bright meteor, to giving us an end. I would like to have some other hope, not a rope, a hope. Yeah, I prefer a meteor than a rope.
Is coming to a crashing end. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next.
But before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank you all, my patrons that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my Three-Tailed Fox Time members, Heath Rowell and Fenny Sylvy, for the incredible support to my work. You guys are amazing. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon, link is in the description below. Yeah, I hope it's like what he said, but I'm actually not that much sure. Yeah, I don't have that faith that he has. Probably it's on me. Probably it's also because the country I'm living in. Maybe, it's like I said many times, you still have hopes to reverse the things on your side. On your country, you guys are not too late yet, but do something. Go on after it and try your best to keep your country safe, because otherwise you're gonna end up like me and many other countries that are out there, like Cuba, Venezuela, and you know, the usual. Oh, Mizuki, you're always yappy stuff about your country and blah blah blah. Yeah, I am. What can I do, huh? This is stuck inside my chest. I need to put it off my chest all the time so I can breathe, okay? I can breathe. This is the harsh reality I live in, okay? Thank you for empathy. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check my links below, Patreon and Discord server. Consider becoming a YouTube member if you don't like Patreon for some reason too. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!